The sun is everything. And it's igniting that passion that's within you, that inner child, that magical inner child, and all of these opportunities of like, I can finally do or say or be exactly what I want is coming into. Hi Aquarius, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Right off the bat, the message I got was very dreamy. Okay, so at this time, I really think you are obviously connected to your Aquarian energy. We are in the Aquarian Age. We have Pluto and Aquarius, all of these things that are allowing us to liberate ourselves and freely be who we're meant to be. There was also an indication of pondering how we are the way we are. That all comes from our shadow. And so like I've been telling you in Pisces a lot, I'm a Pisces. And so these are lessons too from Saturn and Pisces that I've been learning myself. But when it comes to this resilience, when it comes to these fears, these blocks that have built up in the Capricorn paradigm, a paradigm that the structures are not aligned with our, our souls really, our spirit. And the more that we can now see the clarity of why we are the way we are, and not shaming our shadow, but embracing our shadow, and knowing that we were the way we were because of the constructs of our paradigm, all right? But big lesson here, especially with Pluto, this transformation, this rebirth, you're meant to transform into what you already are. So what a wonderful thing for you, Aquarius. Transform into what you already are, okay? Go deep. Go deep and see what that is, because you are magic. And that's another message that popped up, was magical child. And so always remember your magic, okay? And never let anybody shame you. And so those things, those lessons, those people, those situations, they're not just going to disappear, but the power they have over us, that's what gets reduced, right? And then slowly evaporates into the air, into your Aquarian air. So please do get excited. All those struggles, they come from within. The power struggles, you always have to remember that we all project, including ourselves, okay? And the more that we see that and identify that, the less power they have, and also the less we engage in it. I think that's a really important lesson for us. The less we engage in those power struggles, when we realize what is meant for us and what isn't, okay? Because it's all in here, all right? All right. Also, don't forget, I still do my monthly extended readings. So even though this video might pop up at random at some time in your life, you can always watch the companion video of whatever month we're in. I will link that playlist of my monthly extended readings in the end of this video. But yeah, very dreamy, very magical, very much staying to who you are. So I'm very excited to see where this is coming. So I would, interesting. So I would say too, yeah, I guess that's an important message there for you, Aquarius. I would say we have to be very mindful when it comes to a Pluto. Tarot really wanted that message out before we began. Before we fully embrace, yes, this is who I am, we do have to be mindful of that shadow. We do have to be mindful of how powerful that energy is. Bear with me one second here. Wow. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. And what's crazy, that is wild. What's crazy is it was the World, the Six of Cups, and the Devil, along with this Five of Coins that laid flatly. So your shadow, you have to remember, when we get those defense mechanisms, when we revert back into that fear of feeling, the victimhood of the paradigm we've been in, we have to take ownership of that, okay? That's very important. And I'm speaking for all of us, including myself. We have to take ownership of our shadow, and we can't. Part of this liberation, part of this judgment is that we release ourselves from fear, shame, and embarrassment, but also acknowledge accountability when it comes to how our shadow exerts itself, okay? And so these fears, this worry, and this doubt is really where Pluto and Aquarius is asking us to transform ourselves, okay? And step into that Aquarian power. So I'm going to leave that here. That was interesting too. Seriously, pay attention to your Pluto, okay? All right. This is feeling very powerful already. Like I'm getting a very strong rush of like that air, that Aquarian air with Pluto, okay? And obviously it's going to keep building, right? We just entered that when this video is being recorded. So like Pluto and Aquarius is going to continue this momentum for the collective and for us personally of rebirth, rebuilding, renewal, transforming, but you're ready for it. And that's the thing, like always when it comes to that core of who you are, that magical unicorn that you are, you always remember to recognize that before you recognize the shadow that was built because it wasn't appreciated or accepted. Okay, Aquarius? So let's get to your reading, your magical, magical reading, Aquarius. That was a very powerful message though. So if we do have some shadow work we still have to do, amazing. I would suggest the shadow work journal that I have been praising since summer 2023. You can find it in the link tree in my YouTube channel. Just scroll down and you will see a shadow work journal. It is honestly life-changing and it's not super in-depth. You just do one writing prompt. It's literally a page or two and it's like Mad Libs for your shadow. And that one page, it's like every time it just feels like an extra weight being lifted off of you. So please take the time to buy it because it is so worth it. And I personally I'm just blown away by how much it transforms your shadow energy, okay? Yes. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. I think I have what exactly is going on here. So the energy coming in from the past into this week is the sun. And so this is everything. This is that gratitude. This is you, like I said, you being connected because of Pluto and Aquarius, because of the age of Aquarius, you being so connected to that light that's inside of you. All right. The sun is everything. And it's igniting that passion that's within you, that inner child, that magical inner child, and all of these opportunities of like, I can finally do or say or be exactly what I want is coming into your now. This is interesting though, because the Four of Coins, okay, so this is where I think, like I said, there's these tests of the Capricorn paradigm and the Capricorn paradigm shadow. And there's like this idea of reverting in a sense because of the hold that paradigm still has on the collective. You are powerful and you are magical and the tides of change are turning, but there is still that Capricorn paradigm and there is this hoarding energy that comes from that shadow energy, you know, the haves and the have-nots. But like I said, there's always this choice with this card of like, he's either hoarding it or he's about to just, you know, let those coins fly free and like share the wealth, okay? And so that's really what I think it's like, those holding on to that, you know, like that 1% kind of energy, Pluto and Aquarius is coming to put the scale, oh my gosh, put the balance back in the scales is what I was trying to say. And so this is something where it's like, you don't have to focus too much of like the negativity. Just focus on the idea of like things are coming back into balance and whether or not the people who are exerting their shadow align with it or not, that change is coming from Pluto, okay? But you really want to focus and contemplate your relationship with money because the last thing I would want is because of this amazing energy and link to it. And then like, you're not, so like, let's say you finally have this creative spark and you put it out there and then it's like, but I'm not making my money right now. Like, why isn't it instantaneous? That could unfortunately result in this Four of Cups energy. And that's not what we want right now. Okay. We don't want to have, and interesting too, because this is moon in Cancer and, the moon was at the bottom of your deck. So like I said, these subconscious fears and doubts, like we can't let that deter us from where we're going. Also very strong earth energy, because even though this is moon in Cancer and water, he needs to remind himself to stay grounded. Okay. And so that is important, that we do need to remember that even though we are in the air element with Aquarius, that we need to stay grounded with earth energy, okay? And it could be as simple as taking a walk, all right? And like grounding yourself every morning. But there's something here to making sure you ground yourself and appreciate what you have and not get too lost in discontent because we don't have what we want because we're feeling this so strongly, okay? So let's clarify these cards for you, Aquarius. Why is the sun energy here from the past coming in to this week? Why is the sun? Okay, that is too many. So we're just going to take, yeah, passion, man. Okay, so you're so connected. You know you want to go out there and you want to pursue everything that makes you feel alive because you're so deeply connected to who you are, the core of who you are. However, we have to be mindful about how we assert ourselves with that. Integrity and passion, the shadow side of asserting ourselves is forceful, right? And so we really want to be mindful because if it's coming from our shadow, we were never heard, we were never seen, and now we demand it. That's not the energy that we necessarily want, all right? And it's not saying you have to appease other people. It's just keep your vibration in check, okay? Very interesting. But obviously fire, fire, fire. Like you're on fire right now, okay, Aquarius? All right, let's clarify this Four of Coins. Why is the Four of Coins? But that's too, like, because the idea of manifesting and like how we, how we get our abundance is changing. Okay. But that's not saying that we still don't need patience. That's not saying that we still need to take time to allow things to grow. Focus on where you're going, not where you've been. Okay. And the Two of Coins, this is a great clarifier because if this is like you know, having any scarcity mindset, you can just change that by going with the air of Aquarius, who you are, right? But this is Jupiter and Capricorn. So fascinating that you have two Capricorn cards because you will find that luck, Jupiter, your luck, your expansion, you're going to find that luck and expansion by being grounded. So like I said, we can't get this idea of like, why is this not here yet? Okay. Stay focused on where you're going. Okay. There is luck in that grounded energy. There's luck in routine, right? There's luck in discipline. And so as much as we want to be lost in the clouds in the air because we are so connected to who we are, we have to just make sure that we stay in that 3D realm of structure, okay? And juggling, like if you have a 9 to 5 and like this other project, like you have this super big spark and you're so inspired and you're ready to go, excuse me, you might have to do your day job and then go home and just focus on that. And that's all you're doing right now because like this expansion's coming though, clearly. Okay. It's just making sure that you keep your vibration high because that's what this is all about. It's like not letting that shadow energy of, you know, well, it's not here yet, so this means it's not going to work. You know, like that's part of that resilience with a lot of us, especially water signs and air signs, is the power of patience, right? That was a big lesson from Saturn and Pisces, hard work and compassion. Not just compassion for others, but compassion for yourself. All right. And compassion in the process, really. That was a message that came in. We have to believe in the process. So, Four of Cups. Okay, why is the Four of Cups here? And it's not toxic positivity, all right? It's doing the work. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so clearly this is related to my passions are ignited. Why don't I have it right now? And the Knight of Coins like this in reverse, is saying the reason we're feeling this is because we're not being patient. All right. And like, because we have this driving force. It could be a new partnership too. It could be a relationship, but we have to be completely engaged, but we also have to be patient. All right. And so it's this consistency. It's this balance that's going to give you everything. So hang on to that Sun card. All right. Okay. So let's get an empowering question. What's going to help empower Aquarius to trust the process? All right. So, what is my instinct telling me to do? So what is your instinct? Now remember, and I think this is why the moon was showing up. When our shadow takes the lead, it tries to trick us into staying into patterns that we've outgrown. Okay, so just remember that. You're meant to stick with something. Earth, 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 earth heavy. You're meant to stick with something. And I think it's whatever's growing that you're really passionate about. You just have to have the patience for it to blossom, okay? And then what kinds of recurring situations or people do I attract? What kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So that's the instinct, what I'm saying. To understand whether or not your instinct is telling you yes to move forward or your shadow is telling you no to stay where you are, ponder this. What kinds of recurring situations or people do I attract? What kinds of lessons might they have about myself? So now let's get to those people. Next, we're doing an archetype card. These archetypes are either you or someone in your life whose traits have an influence on your life right now. We're all on our own fool's journey. We're all on our own hero's journey. We all play a role in that journey, whether we're the hero or we're, a character in somebody else's life. So take it how it resonates, but this will tell us like a person's influence. And clearly it's related to somebody in your life. So let us get that. Aquarius, archetypal energy that is affecting them at this time. Okay. So you got two. This is related to a past life, clearly. Ooh, exorcist. All right. Light attributes of this. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. The shadow attribute. Fear of facing your own demons. See? Okay, so like what I said about this idea of like these reoccurring things, what does it say about myself? Like, we don't have to fear our shadow, right? Like that's what I'm saying. It's the shame, the guilt, and the fear. That's what has the control. And that is from childhood of us being told, like, don't do that. No, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's where things where we can't just like pretend it's not there. So please, please, please get that shadow work journal, okay? And God, okay, I love that it's in the clouds too because of your Aquarian energy and that judgment card showing up so much. Light attributes, benevolence and compassion, recognize the eternal force within you and your others. Shadow attribute, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. And so that's, again, another shadow energy of like, I know I'm right. People need to listen, but they're not listening. And that forcefulness, like I said, like there was something about like forcefully wanting these things now. And it's like, just believe in the power of patience, Aquarius, because it's all here. It's just a little bit of shadow work we got to do to cut the cords of certain holds that our shadow has out of fear. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aquarius. Again, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, and always remember to shine your inner light. You've got this.